Yeah, so very exciting, everybody. I've now got to the NEC back on Monday. The weather is appalling, so I'm here now to collect my new Jag project. So yeah, let's go and check it all out and see what it's all about. So welcome to the chaos of the breakdown of the Classic Motor Show at the NEC. Here's Harry Metcalf's XJC, which I had to come and have another look at. I can't believe £157,000 by the time you paid all of the auction fees on top of the purchase price. Unbelievable. That has to be the most expensive XJC V12 coupe that I've ever seen. And so it bodes quite well for mine. What would be interesting to know is what value they put on the fact it was Harry Metcalf's. Probably quite a lot, I would have thought. Anyway, so I have now got all of my payments all validated. I've collected the keys for the car, and now it's time for me to show you what the next Jag project is for TP's diary. And here it is, this lovely blue 1995 XJS 4-litre Celebration. Very happy with that indeed. So basically I've now got the file, I've got the keys, and so all I have to do now is get it out, load it up, and then get it home. So stay with me, and there's more to come. Okay, so yeah, that was quite interesting. Got the car loaded up now, and it fit. I was worried it wasn't going to fit the trailer, so it fits on perfectly. So anyway. Yeah, I'm used to, I've seen exhibitions before when they break down, it's just chaos and everyone's trying to get out as quickly as they possibly can. So anyway, we got about a 3-hour drive home, and then we've got to unload the car. So yeah, let's hit the road, and I'll catch up with you when we get home. So here we go. It's been a couple of days since I've had the car at home now. The weather has been terrible. So anyway, so I'm going to get the car on the lift so we can have a look underneath and see exactly what we bought. From the outside, from my initial sort of looking around, there's a few things I need to sort out. I've noticed it's got a water leak. So the carpets were all wet by the time I got back, so I need to work out what's going on there. Anyway, so I've got to shuffle a few cars about, and then we'll get it on the lift and have a good look. Okay, so now I have got the XJS on the lift, and so basically I just want to give it a once over. I'm going to check the engine. I want to look at the oil, the water, the power steering fluid. I've been round the bodywork. I'm going to adopt my new toy. You are going to love this. This is the latest in fashion. There you go. So I'm going to put on my new camera, and then I'm going to basically go over the bodywork of the car. There are some, I mean, what do you expect? It's an old car, but this car, it did have a respray in 2017, and the paintwork, I mean, looking at it, yeah, it's not too bad. There are patches where it needs to be sorted out. So I'm not undecided what to do with the paintwork yet, but that's hardly surprising. I've literally, you know, had the car in my possession for 2 days. So anyway, I want to go over the car. I want to look at all the blemishes. I'm going to put my head cam on. We're going to look at the engine. Then I'm going to get it up in the air, and then we'll go underneath just to give it a bit of a once over. And then once I'm happy with that, I don't know, I'm probably going to give it a service, once it's serviced, I'm probably going to use it for a little bit just to get used to it. One thing that's really important I need to find out is when I got it back, I mean, the weather coming back was, as I mentioned before, was absolutely atrocious. So it had wet carpets, and let me just show you this. So underneath the carpet are these rubber mats, and look at this. I mean, I am stunned, you know, that there's a sponge mat. I mean, I haven't worked out what it's made of yet, but it is literally like a sponge. So anyway, I've got those out. So I need to find out where that water's coming from. I suspect it's coming through this air intake here, and possibly the drain pipes have come off, because it's both footwells, both seemingly right next to the transmission tunnel. So I need to find out what's that. But then once I've done all of that, I'm going to play around with the car, just drive it for a bit. I mean, my first initial thoughts are the wheels need to be refurbished. There's a few patches of rust here and there, which you'll see in a minute, that need to be sorted out. So anyway, let's have a bit of a closer look. Okay, so now we got it on the lift. Let's have a look around the outside, and then we'll bring it up. But if we look at the top first, it's probably a bit easier doing it like that. So on the back end here, it's all quite solid, which is nice. There's nothing in the way. I mean, there's paint blemishes like here. I don't know if you can see that in the... This was a mark from bird droppings, but yeah, I mean, on the back here, it's basically good polish. It will get rid of it, you know, bring it all up really nicely. The only thing is this stripe on this side of the car, this sticker, you can see it's gone a bit crusty, so maybe I'll get rid of that. On the roof, we got some rust here. That needs to be addressed at some point, and there's some more over there. You see it's starting to bubble up. I think to fix that I need to get the windscreen out, and then the bonnet, it's got an annoying little dent upwards, which is obviously caused by the bonnet latch. Maybe somebody left something on it also at some point, I don't really know. You know, a little scratch there, but generally it's pretty good, you know. A good old polish would bring this right up. Anyway, I have noticed that this panel on this side is nice and firm, and let me just go round. And then the panel on this side, you can see, is moving. So that would suggest to me that is where the water's coming in, and according to one of the members of the Jaguar Drivers Club, that should not be like that. So maybe when we get the windscreen out to do the rust on the roof, it's going to need a new panel there. But I'm still going to take this panel out and have a look, make sure all the drains are all unblocked and all of that sort of stuff. But yeah, coming down the top of the car on this side, again, just little sort of minor scratches. The stripe on this side is much, much better than the other side. Nothing really. There's a little minor bit. I don't know if you can see that there. that needs to be sorted out. But generally, quite, you know, I'm actually quite happy with how it all looks. So, so yeah, let's get it now up in the air, and then we can go around, have a look at the wheels, and then climb underneath. Right, let's start the back. So here's that crusty stripe that's running down the side. You can sort of see it. It's a bit, could do with a bit of a clean. Again, the bumpers are quite scratched up, I have to admit. But yeah, I mean, it's, ooh, can you see that? It's all looking quite clean. It's, yeah, look, there's a bit there that could be addressed. You can just see it bubble, you know, it's obviously bulging out a bit. Inside the wheel arch, it all looks lovely and solid. The wheels definitely need a refurb. The tyres are not in, you know, there's plenty of tread in the tyres. When was this one made? Here we go. So this one was made 2019. So it's, yeah, it's getting on a bit, that tyre. Anyway, so coming down the side again, there's a big scratch on the door there. Again, you see that? Obviously the mandatory on the door shut, you can see that there's paint that's missing. It's just, you know, oh, and here, look, yeah, you know, car park dinks. Can you see those? Anyway, I wonder if a dent man can get that sorted out. Bit of rot under here that needs to be dealt with. Again, it's beginning, well, there you go. Yeah, see, looks like it's had a bit of filler on there. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably got a bit of filler in there, I reckon. Anyway, and again, up inside the wheel arches, you know, they're not, none of it is looking, yeah, too bad. Nothing like we can sort it out. This tyre doesn't look too bad. The wheel, again, needs a refurb. This one's 2019 as well, you see that. So that basically means, if you see that on any tyre, you get a thing. It's made on the 16th week. It's the first two numbers of the week and the last two numbers of the year. So, so that will tell you when they've been made. And if you have a look, you can just see the tyres starting to, yeah, starting to perish a bit. So it needs a new set of wheels, new set of tyres. So I'll get a new set of tyres on it once I get the wheels refurbed. There's a bit of a light scratch there, but that will polish out. So yeah, I mean, not look too bad. Let's go around the front. It's a bit tight in my garage, but again, go around the front. The towing hook could do with a coat of paint. Everything looks like it's just got a bit of surface rust on it and a little bit of TLC. And bearing in mind that this car has done quite a few miles, I am actually impressed with the way, not only is it put together, but the way it's sort of survived. Yeah, so again, light surface rust. This wheel's a lot better than the other ones, but it's still, I'll have it redone. This one is, you can see is first week, so January 2018. That's quite old, that tyre. And yeah, look, here's got signs of, yeah, I wouldn't want to run it on that side, on that tyre for very long, I have to admit. Anyway, keeping going down. This side doesn't really have many parking, you know, the car park dents in it. So yeah, again, this wheel's much better condition than the other side. There's a bit of dirt in here, but again, there's a bit of rust up there that needs to be dealt with. Well, oh look, that's quite a big scuff, but I reckon that might just polish out, you know. So, okay, let's get underneath and have a look at what's going on under there. Okay, starting at the back, what can I see? Well, it looks like this car has been nicely maintained, to be honest. First thing I sort of observed, there's a bit of surface rust, like on the exhaust here, but they don't appear to be blowing at all. There's some rot there. If you can, hang on, you can see there's some rot there, which I need to sort out. That's actually quite easy, which is nice. Just behind the bumper, so I can sort all that out. That's no problem at all. Get some wax all on that. Is it doing the same on the other side? Yeah, look at that. It's the same on the other side. So that's taking the exhaust off. Take the rear bumper off to fix that. Yeah, so just moving back a bit. So the nice thing about these XJSs, unless you already know, is that the IRS, so independent rear suspension system on these cars, has the brakes outboard, so they're outside in the wheel. So I can't really show you those, but on the XJ6 that I've got, the coupe, they're inboard, making them a bit harder to actually, you know, get to. I'm okay because I've got a lift, but if you're scrabbling around with axle stands and things, it's quite tricky. Anyway, it's, you know, yeah, there's a bit of oil and a bit of debris, but you'd expect that. This car's done 125,000 miles, so you'd expect to have all of that. It's not looking too bad at all. The centre boxes here, well, the rear silencers. I could do a rear silencer delete on this car. They don't look too bad at all. The central boxes, they're absolutely tiny, those are. Okay, going forward, here we got the gearbox. Looks like there might be a little bit of an oil leak there. Just bear with me, move this back. The floors all look in remarkable condition. Again, I think somebody's taken some time and had this car all properly undersealed, because it looks pretty good to me. So coming forward, just bear with me a sec. Okay, so coming forward here, the gearbox, yeah, that looks all great. Looks like there could have been a repair there at some point, which wouldn't surprise me. Is there one on this side as well? Yeah, no, I don't think, that doesn't look, I don't know. No, it looks like that's probably a repair at some point. Arms are aching. Steering, the bushes, the ball joints on. I mean, I will probably get into this and get some levers on here to really properly see, but it all looks in quite quite good condition, considering. The steering rack, it doesn't appear to be leaking anywhere. I don't know what the brake pads are like, or the conditioner's like. I need to get the wheels off for that. Looking up here, there's a bit of an oil leak there. I want to try and find out where that's coming from. Okay, coming further forward. Okay, air conditioning pump. I don't know whether that works or not. There's a bit of a leak there, I don't know where that's coming from. All the belts looking fairly good, Nick. Alternator. And then just generally looking back at the car, yeah. Well, yeah, I think yes, there's a few oil leaks and a few bits and pieces. But somebody has taken some time on this car. Now, one thing I have been warned about with these XJSs, and possibly that's it there, is I need to make sure that the air conditioning vents are all venting correctly. I wonder if it's supposed to have a cover like that on the other side. It doesn't, but yeah, so I need to make sure all the vents are venting correctly, otherwise that fills up the footwell with water. So is that corrosion? Oh, no. I'm actually a bit surprised at the lack of rot this car has, which is that good news for me. So a little bit of surface rust here, but generally it's not looking too bad for an old car, you know. Down on the chassis rail all looks nice and straight. Let's see the water. Water's all nice and clean, there's no oil in it. I did notice the screen wash is not working, so we'll find out why. Brake fluid all looks nice and clean. I don't know how old it is, but we'll test that. And let's check out in here. That seal looks a bit, I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but that seal looks like it's seen better days. Maybe it needs a new seal. You know, generally for an old car, it's pretty clean. I'm quite happy with that. Let's just check the oil. It doesn't look really oily and gunky. I don't know if, hopefully you're getting all of this down there. The belts feel pretty good. I need to check the belt on the other side again. Okay, so let's just check. This is the transmission fluid. So the plan with this car is just really service it, play with it, make it look nice, you know, valet it basically. Get it all looking nice and clean. See that and that. That's all nice and clean. I mean, it's done a few miles. That's all I would say. It's done 125,000 miles, this car. So Yeah, probably could do a little bit of oil in it. We'll put some in. But all looking quite good. Okay, so right, to summarize, what do I think? Well, okay, I know that this video, it's probably very short to look at a car, but in summary, you know, I've actually now had it up here for a couple of hours and I've had a good look around. So I'm very happy with my purchase so far. There are things I can do to it which are great. So, for example, there's some rust here that I need to sort out round here. The rust at the back, the nice thing about that is, of course, you can't see it. So I can make my repair, paint it, do all of that, and I don't have to worry about, because I'm not a body specialist. I can't, you know, there are things that I can do and I can't do. So that I can do, which is great. So, so a little bit of rust underneath. The wheels need to be refurbed. I'm going to see how much a set of tyres are. If they're not too much, then I'll probably put a new set of tyres on it after the refurb. Yeah, things like there's some parking dents on it, which is annoying. And you know, so I might call a dent man out to have a look at those. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, what else do I want to do? It would look nice if it was painted, repainted. But I'm sort of toying with the idea of possibly tidying up all of the rust patches myself, getting a dent man in to sort this out, and maybe wrapping it. Don't know. Maybe you guys can comment on that and let me know what you think. Whether I could wrap it. It will still be blue. I would still wrap it in a similar colour, but that might be a way round of actually not having to repaint this car, because that's not the point about this channel. I want to get this car on the road and then do my little bit to it, get it so it's a really nicely driving car. It already drives very nice, but make it really nice to drive, and then move it on and get the next project and the next project. So let me know about the wrap. It'll be interesting to see what you think. So with that, I'm going to just say, I'm going to wrap it up and say thanks very much for watching. If you are enjoying this channel, please subscribe and give it the like button. And yeah, there's going to be more videos on this XJS coming up very soon.